Welcome to the Robo Samurai channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Transformers Legacy Iguanus. This is a core class figure, and he is pretty much exactly what you would expect. And I didn't expect I would be getting this. I picked this up from Walmart. And yeah, so let's take a look at the box. Let's leave him alone and then take a look at the box. And yeah, so isn't Iguanus supposed to be an iguana? I think he's actually not one here. Yeah, he is actually based off of the Beast Wars iguana. So, I mean, that's what he is, but he transforms into a motorcycle, and he is clearly a Decepticon. There's all the stuff that you need to know from the box itself. It is the windowless packaging, no plastic here, just a space. So it's pretty well secured in the box. If we take a look here real quick, just to kind of show off what this looks like. The weapon is stored right here, so it's kind of hard to get to from the outside without ripping the box. So if someone was trying to steal something, which is not right. All right, so let's put this thing back in the box, because I like to put my boxes back in the position they were in. So, and then there's, of course, the instructions, and it's pretty much just folded over, look like this. It had the other white sheet of piece of paper in here, and then it has this little guy, the link, the QR code. I will put the link for this in the description, so that if you don't want to scan it, you just want to click the link, there it is, it'll be there. So yeah, same stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. So here he is, Iguanus, the motorcycle, and he's got a Iguanus head, and then he comes with this weapon here. This here is, I forget what the instructions say this thing is. Let's take a look. It says this is a, it doesn't say. I think it was on the box. Okay, well, yeah, it's an Energon thing weapon. So, and he holds it. There's some multiple mounting points here. You can kind of see this. You can see straight through it. That's the 5mm ports, 5mm ports. You've got a 5mm handle here, and then the small, Legends size handle, or whatever, core class handle that he can hold in his hand like that. It is also possible for others to hold it as well. So see, here we go. We've got Hot Rod, and he can hold it just fine. And then you've also got Soundwave, and can he hold it? Yeah, he can hold it. Sure, why not? He can hold it as well. So can Optimus Prime hold it? Well, of course he can hold it. Not only can he hold it, I think he can actually put it on the side of his arm. So yeah, see? So he can hold it. Let's see here. Is that focus for you guys? Okay, cool. Can he put it on the side? Yeah, he sure can. No, he can't. It's supposed to. There we go. Yeah, actually he can. So it's possible that there are multiple options for this. So yeah, that's kind of cool. But there is, of course, if you have Skywarp and you have Hot Rod, you can take all of these here, and you're supposed to be able to combine these. Okay, and the way you're supposed to do that, well, let's put Iguanus here. And you can take the sword from Hot Rod, plug it in here, and then you take this, and it shows the instructions show that you take Skywarp's Energon fork thing, weapon, and you're supposed to plug it in like this, actually. So this is supposed to be like something that go like that. The unfortunate thing is like, because of this little handle here, it can't like mount perfectly. So let's see what that looks like here in the camera. And that's what it looks like. So yeah. And then, Iguanus can hold this, because it's all the same. Wow, come back here. He can hold this thing, and so can Skywarp or Hot Rod. Hot Rod could also hold it. So, and that's kind of what you got right there. Let me get that into focus. There we go. And that's what it looks like. So not too bad. All right, so let's take this apart. All right, there we go. And then we'll talk about the articulation of this figure. By the way, if you wanted to store this thing, he has a hole on the back there. You could put it here, and it'll store kind of like that. Alternatively, I think nope, you can't put it there. So that's just ignore that. He also has holes on his legs. I don't know if that's going to really serve you any. He could put it there. Anyway, so he's got waist rotation, and that's a transformation joint, so that's pretty cool. He's got ball joints here, so that gives you kind of that swivel motion there. And then you also have the same thing on his knees. He's got some good articulation there. And then, he's got... let's put the weapon back in his hand. There we go. So, you can get him into pretty cool poses and stuff like that. His head is on a ball joint, but because of the shape of it and everything else, it's limited in its articulation there. So, yeah, so not too much you can do there. His shoulders are also on ball joints, and he also has... at his elbows, he also has ball joints. So you got lots of options, and he can do all sorts of cool things with his hands and his arms and all that. So neat. Oh, also his feet are also on ball pegs. Gives you kind of a pretty good range of motion there. Not too bad, not too shabby. Let's take the weapon out of his hand, and this is kind of what it looks like standing up. Let's take a closer look at the figure itself, and you can see he's got some yellowish gold eyes, some good paint here, paint there. He's got paint on his gauntlet arms. Okay, so, and then there's paint on the wheels that are over here on the edge. This is painted on. There's the Decepticon symbol, not a Predacon symbol, not a Maximal symbol. Don't know what the original one is. I assume it's a Predacon, so because it's a lizard, I suppose. Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with here. And then you can see kind of his tail here. So all in all, looks pretty good. Let's get him transformed into his bike mode. All right. So the first thing we want to do is we take this, and this here will untab out of here. If you see these two tabs, they tab right into those two slots right there. And then what we do is we can take this. It's on a double hinge. And you take this and you fold this all the way over. And then really... it feels like you're going to break this, but you got to make it snap. So just like that. And then fold this all the way over. And then there's two little pegs right there. If you see them, there's a peg right here. Let's see here. Peg right there. And it's going to go into these little holes in the upper left and right hand side of his shoulders. So yeah, you want to just plug that into there just like that. Okay, and then the next thing we want to do is we're going to swivel him at the waist 180 degrees. And then we're going to take this and swivel this up and out, and then this up and over. So what you want is kind of get this into its bicycle kind of shape. And these are on ball joints here. If you look at them there, they're in ball joints. So what we want to do now is we're going to take the arms and we're going to turn them so that we have this part sticking out. Do the same thing on this side, by the way. That's sticking out. And then we're going to fold these in and plug them into the wheel. So, and if you look, there's a notch in the wheel right there, and it will match the notch on the back of that hand there on the underside. So there's a little notch right there. So I'm going to line that up and fold that in, and you may need to push in the elbows so that you can do this properly. So, and there's one. And there's the other. So kind of just get that kind of squeeze together there. So that's what you should be winding up with there. Just like that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn this around. These leg parts, turn them around. And then you want to turn these, the feet, 180 degrees. So just like that. Then we're going to fold this at the knees. And then there are two little notches right here. They're going to go into the side right there. So we want to plug those in. But before we plug those in, we were going to take these feet and we're going to rotate them like this. And then if you look, the wheel has a small peg and a large peg. And then this has a small hole and a large hole, small hole, large hole. So when we turn these and we snap these together, we're going to plug these in, which admittedly this piece is a little bit more difficult to do than the feet. So I try to do these first. Get that kind of in there. Make sure I don't untab anything else here, but there. Let's take a look. There we go. And there. So there, I got those going. Now turn these onto their sides here, and then we're going to plug them in here, and they should lock in pretty well. Just kind of give them a nice squeeze there. Make sure that if something came untabbed, that you retab it. Okay, and there's Iguanus in his cycle mode. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He can't really stand up or anything, but yeah, it's pretty cool. The instructions say you can mount the weapon right here. Whoops. You can mount the weapon right here. And you can have it like that, or you can turn around and have it like that. I guess there's two different ways to display it. But these wheels are kind of flat, so if you wanted to just display him with the wheels like that, you could do it. You can get him to stand. So yeah, that's what we got here for Iguanus. So what do I think of this overall? So I don't know if you're a fan of Beast Wars or a fan of Iguanus. I don't even know where he was in the show, if he was in the show, and you're looking for a, you're looking for a, what do you call it? You're looking for the Beast Wars, like Beast Lizard version of this thing. Well, you may not be happy with this. However, as a motorcycle, he does work. I think it's kind of a little strange here. But I do like the transformation. I think that's pretty cool transformation, I mean, he rolls and everything else, but outside of getting him to balance on these flat wheels of his, which are painted, it's kind of hard. There you go. You can kind of do that, right? So, yeah. So do I think, is it worth it? Yeah, if you like Iguanus and you like that, then yeah, it's worth it. If you wanted to build this weapon thing, then you want to be a completist, and that's important to you. Then get it for the weapon. If not, then maybe you want to save the money. But I think it's fine. I think it works, and I think that the transformation is interesting. So there we go. So if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like. It helps the algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider that. That will also help out my channel, and it doesn't cost anything. So I will talk to you guys next time.